The synthetic truth added. What is it and how do I look at it? Probably in miscellaneous, maybe? Synthetic truth. Here it is. Let's read it. Okay. Let's see. Publick Occurrences, October 2287, The Synthetic Truth by Piper Wright. Next. Noodles. We all eat them. We all love them. And Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied this sustenance for the past 15 years. From the stilted mechanical cadence of Takahashi's programmed Japanese, to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl, to the scalding tang of each delicious mouthful, the ordering and eating of noodles is but one of many shared human experiences. Or is it? Okay. I was struck by this very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night, just after 5 p.m., enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed our very own Mayor McDonough sidle up to a stool and engage in the very same ritual. Right hand distending, mouth opening, teeth chewing. Yes, eating noodles, the shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have also seemed to the residents of Diamond City nearly 60 years ago, on an uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2229, as they sat around this very same counter. But that was before the days of Takahashi and his noodles, when the bar served not noodles, but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frothy beers, and stiff shots of whiskey. The barman's name was Henry, and that night, he facilitated the shared human experiences of drinking, smoking, talking, and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have, had they not been forcibly removed thanks to Mayor McDonough's anti-ghoul decree of 2282. But there is one person among us who does remember, distinctly, the events of that evening. Respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne, who recounted her story in a Publick Occurrences exclusive interview. Oh, I was there all right, sitting right at the bar, sure as you're sitting in front of me now. 22 years old or so, and just looking to have a good time. I was safe behind the wall, we all were, so what was the harm? And let me tell you that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west somewhere. It didn't really matter. What did matter was his smile, and his laugh, and the way he'd make everyone feel at ease. That night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word or hear about the state of the Commonwealth. And Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful. Until it wasn't. Eustace continued her account of that evening, and the moment when things turned sinister, and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed. We'd been drinking and carrying on, must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in that time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess, like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile sort of went from his face, all in an instant. And then his cheeks started twitching, kind of funny. And I remember watching him clear as if it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then blam! He shot Henry, the barman, right in the head. Didn't hesitate, didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casually as if we were paying him for a drink. But his cheek never did stop twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that. What Eustace is describing is, of course, the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time that the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, had actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into true synthetic humans. Synths. After he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running, they opened fire, and Mr. Carter, he kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who had flipped his lid. Gone crazy. And he lay there like a dead crazy man, sure enough. God, it was horrible. But then we saw the plastic and the metal. This was one of them early synths, you see, and we realized it wasn't a man at all. It was then we all knew. The Institute wasn't just out there. The Institute was everywhere now, among us. It was never determined precisely why the synth known as Mr. Carter went on his killing spree. Some suggested he had somehow been remotely controlled by the Institute, who wanted to test his combat effectiveness. Still, others felt he had simply malfunctioned, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek, and was never meant to kill anyone. But at that time, the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were, and still are, a complete mystery, using a model of synth even less advanced than the ones the Institute has in service today. Which brings us to noodles, specifically the noodles consumed by Mayor McDonough last Wednesday night, in the same spot that Mr. Carter the Synth went haywire and mercilessly killed several people after spending hours sharing an experience the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race. They were wrong. Are we? Okay, so that was pretty cool. So we got all these synths. That's what everybody's worried about, these synths. Huh. I find it interesting that nobody has said to us, you know,
wool out from under your eye.
Like they're worried that we're a synth. Do they worry that everybody who shows up is a synth? You know what I'm saying? I think you do. Here's the synthetic truth. We've already read it. Okay, we don't want to steal from these people. What else we got? What's this? All Faiths Chapel. Oh, by all means, let's go in here. Let's see what's going on in All Faiths Chapel. Looks like a small place from the outside. And it is indeed a small place. Hello, how are you?
Good to see someone new in the chapel. Diamond City treating you all right?
What's up with the chapel?
This your chapel here, Pastor?
Well, that depends. I suppose I should say this chapel really belongs to God. But since I never get around to deciding which God in particular, I guess you could say it belongs to all of them. Now, if you ever need a quiet place to sit down and ponder the Almighty in whatever form strikes your fancy, we're always open.
Okay, what religion?
So, you don't practice any particular religion here?
As long as you believe in something, you're welcome. Diamond City is full of people trying to build a better life. I just don't want them to forget what makes them human while they're at it. So the chapel is open 24 hours a day to whatever form of worship you like, long as it's peaceful.
Okay. Alright, I'll just have a look around.
I'm just gonna take a look around.
Go right ahead.
Okay, what's up,
I'm
guys?
not sure which god I'm supposed to be praying to, but Pastor says it doesn't matter.
What? Huh? Huh? Who? Everybody's talking at me. Alright. So yeah, it's just a little place here. Let's just have a little seat. Yeah, just kind of sit here. Oh, now we can wait. Oh, how come we couldn't wait before? So you have the option to wait. I didn't have that option before when I wanted to wait. Well, I don't want to wait now. But it's good to know that the option is there. I just don't know what...
Hope you're well.
Thank you. I don't know what causes it to show up sometimes and not other times. Publick Occurrences. Diamond City's newspaper. Discovered Diamond City Market. Okay. What's in here? Oh, this is Publick Occurrences. Okay. Oh, okay. We could go in here and we could talk to Piper. Might as well while we're here, right? Where is she? What's making that noise? Is she upstairs typing something, maybe? Oh, hey. What's up, Piper? What's up?
Piper.
Glad you dropped by. You holding up, Blue?
Blue?
Why are you calling me that?
'Cause of the blue jumpsuit you're wearing? You're a vault dweller. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. You do that, and I'll tell you what. I'll come with you. Watch your back while you get used to the world above ground.
Alright, what's involved?
What kind of interview is this gonna be?
I ask you who you are, get your opinion on life out there, and maybe load up a few tough questions and keep it interesting. What do you say?
Fine.
Alright, Piper. I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business. So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
We were frozen.
My family and I were frozen. I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge? The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
The war? Why would I say that? I know what the war is. Yes.
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
Oh my god. The man out of time. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
It sucks. How do you think?
Can you even compare the two? The world out here? It's not even close to the one I left.
Feeling a little homesick, are we? Can't say I blame you. Now, I already know you're looking for your son, Sean.
I don't remember saying his
Do you
name.
suspect the Institute was involved in his kidnapping?
You know, I don't know.
I don't know.
No one ever does. That's what makes them so scary. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
What would I say? Wait a minute. People ignore kidnappings?
Wait, people just ignore kidnappings out here?
Yeah, Blue, you haven't noticed? You grow up in the Commonwealth and eventually someone is gonna get taken. Maybe not someone you know, but someone. And people just say, well, could have been worse. Could have been killed by raider attacks, or super mutants, or feral ghouls. They just give up. So I want my readers to hear what keeps you going. Maybe they'll find a little inspiration. Now, what would you like to say?
Let's see. I would say don't lose hope.
No matter how much you want to give up, don't. You have to have hope that you'll see them again. Or at least, that you'll know the truth.
A strong note to end on, Blue. Thanks.
Preston
That's
liked
everything.
that.
It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City plenty to talk about. Anyway, I agreed to come with you, right? Watch your back. Just say the word when you're ready. I can't wait to see where this story goes next.
Piper is available now. Complete a story of the century. We've leveled up, which gives us another point, I do believe. Hold tab to open Perk Chart. Oh, okay. I guess I can only do it when I level up. So we have 2 points to spend. And I've learned that I don't know how to read this. I don't have nearly any of the perks that I thought I had. I thought that, for example, if I gave myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strength, that I would get Iron Fist, Big Leagues, Armorer, Blacksmith, Heavy Gunner, and Strong Back. That's what I actually thought. But apparently not. Apparently you just have, I don't know, 6 points in strength. And I don't remember giving myself 6 points in strength. I really don't. We have 5 points in perception, 6 in endurance, 6 in charisma, 4 in intelligence, 3 in agility, and 2 in luck. So there is something called Gun Nut that is supposed to be good to have, and I don't know where it is. Where is it? I mean, I really don't even know what it would be under. You know, it could be under anything. I mean, perception, you got pickpocket, rifleman, awareness, demolition, night person, refractor, I don't know. Gun Nut. I mean, it's probably under intelligence, right? Vans, medic, Gun Nut right here. So I could actually get Gun Nut. Shoot first, kill first, with access to base level and rank 1 gun mods. Okay, so that's something we want. Yes. So we have Gun Nut. And then another one that we want is something to do with armor. Yeah, Armorer, I believe. Protect yourself from the dangers of the Wasteland with access to base level and rank 1 armor mods, because we want to be able to mod our armor as well. So we'll get that one. Okay, so we've spent our points. We don't have any left. That's okay, because that's what points are for. They're to be spent. So, ooh, for whatever reason, we could help ourselves to this ammo box, but I don't know. I don't think I want any railway spikes, but I do want these stim packs, so I'm going to help myself. I'm going to take this purified water as well. Oh, and a fusion core. Hell yeah. Thank you very much. Preston, what do you... Get off of her computer. I was going to use that. Hey, Preston. She's standing there looking at us. Okay. Hey, Piper, how's it going?
Hey, Piper.
Heading my way?
Travel with me, trade, or let's go. Huh. We could send Preston back. Yeah.
You sure you want to travel with me?
Well, it's that, or get back to writing the paper. I guess the paper can wait.
Yeah, let's have her travel with us now instead. We'll see how annoying she is.
Sure, let's go.
Will do.
Piper, you listen to him now. He'll keep you out of trouble.
Out of trouble? Where's the fun in that?
Oh, okay. Preston. Where should we send Preston? Oh, so we could send him to any of these places. How interesting. Let's send him to Oberlin Station, I guess. I don't know, Oberlin Station kind of sucks. Let's just send him back to Sanctuary Hills. I don't know. Does it really matter?
Hard to believe I'm roaming with my own pre-war relic.
It is. All right, Preston.
Where are you hiding?
Preston, you need to get up so I could look at this computer. I wanted to work. I want to use it. Preston, beat it.
Junk.
Yeah, beat it, dude. Get out of here. I told you to go back to Sanctuary Hills. Now go. Let's see what's on Piper's terminal. Article. Is this the same thing that we just read? Yeah, we already read this. This is a long-ass article. Yeah. Reader complaints file. Whoops, I picked the wrong thing. What did I pick? Reader complaints file. Reader complaint. Honor the wall. Let's see. February 15th. In your most recent edition, your paper failed to acknowledge in any way the contribution of the mighty wall in the defense of our town against last month's super mutant attacks. I find this extremely offensive and will not be purchasing another copy until such disrespect is publicly corrected. Published response. We honor the efforts of all those involved in the defense of our great city, from our valiant guards to the mighty wall. Personal response. Dear whack job, 2 members of Diamond City Security died defending this town. Where was your hunk of plywood for them? Ooh. Okay. Reader complaint. Happy story? April 14th. I find choice of topics sad. How about happy story? Maybe something about nice bar. Published response. Thank you for your feedback. Our stories are selected for relevance and importance to the Diamond City populace. Personal response. Vadim, I guess that's somebody's name. No story about your bar is going to end happily. Alright. And for shame. October 1st. Your paper is just trying to drum up fears about synths to increase sales. You should be ashamed of yourself. Published response. Thank you for your concern. Our paper makes significant efforts to ensure all our stories are accurate and free from editorializing. Personal response. Thank you for your concern. I hope you get snatched. Okay, and then we have Public Perspectives Archive. Whoa. Per Amor? Dear Public, I am torn between 2 loves. On one hand, I have my profession. Every moment I spend with the young up-and-comers, for whom I work, brings such joy. On the other hand, I have my co-worker. Wise, patient, debonair. Many suggest that I am not lively enough for him, but I can picture life with no other. I long to confess my feelings for him, but my life is my work. Trying to add a relationship, it would simply shortchange everyone. I must choose, Public, but who? Per Amor. Dear Per, love is rare. 2, doubly so. Make it work. Per, you work in the same building for shucks' sake. Oh, okay. Teen troubles. Dear Public, me and my little girl have been on our own for a long time now. She's the most important thing in my life, but lately it seems like she's not as interested in hanging out with her papa. I understand she's got to grow up someday, but I'm not ready to let her go. What do I do to make sure I don't lose my little girl? Teen troubles. Dear Troubles, your girl's becoming her own person. Let her make decisions. Screw up. Maybe throw some extra caps her way so she can take her friends out for noodles more often. Then, when she's ready, she'll come to you. Okay, desperate in Diamond City. Dear Public, I've been living in Diamond City for years now, but have never been able to land a girlfriend. I wear nice clothes and give them free drinks, but they just seem to think I'm some sort of creep. My boss says I've got a face only a mother could love, and I think he's right. I feel like I'm out of options, Publick. Should I take the plunge and change my face? Desperate in Diamond City. Dear Desperate, ever tried talking to these girls? You should give it a go. No more trying to buy your way to affection. You need to earn it. Sleepwalking the beat. Dear Publick, I got this job. It pays the bills, but lately it's making it so I can't sleep at night. Things have been so tense, I'm getting worried that if something doesn't change, I might slip up and get myself or someone else hurt. Any advice, Publick? Sleepwalking the beat. Dear Beat, sounds like you need to relax more. I know after a hard day solving other people's problems, I like to grab a Nuka-Cola, pull out a stack of comics, and read till I pass out. Give it a try. And finally, Alone in the Upper Stands. Dear Publick, I could use a friend. Everyone in this town is either jealous of me or afraid of me because how I look and who I work for. I'm not willing to compromise who I am just so people will like me more, but it just gets so lonely. But you seem like a smart gal, Publick. Any chance you want to grab a drink sometime? Alone in the Upper Stands. Dear Alone, going to have to take a rain check on that drink, but your instincts are good. New friends crop up in the most unlikely places. You just need to search them out. Okay, there's that. So we still have the rest of Diamond City to investigate, and apparently Piper's going to come with us, and one of these days Preston will head on back to Sanctuary once the standoff on the stairs here is complete. It is break time for me, so I'm going to break it here. Thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, won't you let me know by hitting the like button? I'd love to hear from you, so please feel free to leave a comment. And if you're not a subscriber, won't you please consider subscribing? Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you join me again in the next episode.